You guys, your judges for tonight. We're going to start out with acclaimed and award-winning artist, Tammy Barco. Make some noise, everybody! Sammy, tell us about yourself.
Well, I am a face and body artist, so I paint people in their skivvies, nearly naked, and head to toe I create creatures, and I paint murals on their bodies. I've done body paintings from Edward Scissorhands to, let me see here, there's a ton of them that I've done. I can't think of them right now. But anyway, so I was on the TV show Skin Wars. You can watch it on Netflix on season 2. I had dark hair at the time with some purple in it, so I look a little bit different now. But anyways, thank you for having me. I love seeing you all, and I can't wait to see all the beautiful cosplays. Have a good night.
Give it up, guys. Sammy Barco. Awesome. Next, who do we have up on stage? We're going to have Jeremy Lynn Barrett. Make some noise. Welcome her to FanX.
So nice to see you. And how lucky are you to get to see me? Oh, I assure you, this Jeremy person they keep speaking of would have no accomplishments at all had it not been for me. Every success she's ever had is because of me. Oh, and well, she works for me, darling. I am the designer, correct? Yes. And what I look for in this type of competition is someone who can compete with me, which is utterly ridiculous, correct? And at the very least, someone who can make me look better. We all know that's nearly impossible. So, where is Jasper? Jasper! Stupid fool. So hard to get a good help these days. Well, carry on, and good luck to you cosplayers, and thank you, Rose, so much. Ta-ta now.
Give it up, guys. Jeremy Lynn Barrett, Cruella DeVille. Woo! For our third and last judge of the night, give it up for Lady Gail Dowdle. I think she's been on this stage before. Help us remember.
I just noticed you're not bowing to me. Oh, that does look delicious right there, yes. So, of course, you introduced me as Lady Gail. I'm not. I'm the Duchess of Blood. Lady Gail looks very much like me. They're not nearly as beautiful. Nearly. She did design my gown. She also has designed a Queen Elizabeth gown, and very often is dressing others, superheroes and things like that. She is award-winning. Of course I wouldn't let her design my clothing at all. But yes, occasionally, oh, you guys look delicious as well. Oh right, that we're not doing that tonight. You told me I couldn't, I'm sorry. So, I'm so excited tonight to see all the wonderful cosplays. You guys have such a treat. They're just delicious. So enjoy. Good luck to the cosplayers. We will enjoy.
Thank you, Lady Gail Dowdle. Perfect. Remember, some aspects of cosplay isn't just helping create that outfit, but also embodying that character, right? Not only are these amazing judges award-winning, they're professionals in their own right, but also they go ahead and embody these creations that they put on themselves or create for other people. Now, with that being said, FanX has a special category for certain people that help out in their community and also dabble in cosplay. We call those cosplayers the Cosplay Hall of Famers. Have you guys heard about it? Yeah? Yeah? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Travis, Eric, and Robbie to the stage! Take it away, fellas.
Thank you. We are honored to be here this evening. The Cosplay Hall of Fame is something that FanX has initiated in order to honor cosplayers who are a part of the cosplay community, who give back to it and inspire others. And we would like to start this evening with the memory of a cosplayer who we lost last year, Jonathan Lloyd. FanX has been very kind in creating a kind of an award to honor an up-and-coming cosplayer who will be able to continue to spread the light that Jonathan spread.
All right, and so to announce the winner of this first ever Jonathan Lloyd Scholarship, someone that can continue and pass on the flame that he was, the winner of this year's and first official one is Angelina Arnold. If you are here, please come up to stage. Show order goes novices, intermediate, groups, and then masters, okay? Are you ready for your cosplay contest, FanX? Excellent, excellent. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and let Ty, our announcer, take it away. Who do we have up first? Ty.
First contestant is N002, Jubilee Webster as Eowyn Durnhelm. Give it up for Eowyn. Our next contestant is coming up the ramp. It is N004, AJ as Mikasa Ackerman. Is N007, Hunky Boyfriend Cosplay, Cyclops. N008, Josh 12s as Waco Warder. Our next contestant is N010, Ashley Gephardt as Elphaba Throp, the Wicked Witch of the West. Lindsay. Next contestant is N012, Lindsay Lyman as Witch Mercy.
Did someone call for me? What if I gave you the chance to undo the choices you've made? I could restore your sight. The price will be a very small thing. No, my servant, destroy them. My servants never.
Our next contestant is N014, Erica as Naruto. contestant is N015, Chris Rosenloff as Tusken Raider.
You know why? Love them, leave them, 'cause I don't need them. Think about the hood, people look good, but I don't beat them. Personally, plus I'm breathing. Think about what's the reason. I'm a baby that needs to the work, but I trust and believe them. And I got where I keep them, till I need it. Till I need to beat the guts in it. Beat, then I pick them up, then I play with it. Truck. Pretty chicks wanna put bigger face in cup. Divorce is split as fuck. Just because you got it. I'm a great man, so you can be living it up. Get out.
Our next contestant is N018, Tamara Lynn cosplays as Gamora.
Gamora, surgically modified and trained as a living weapon. The adopted daughter of the mad titan Thanos.
Touch me, and the only thing you're gonna feel is a broken jaw.
Contestant is N019, Caroline Alger as She-Ra.
I am Adora. Fabulous secrets were revealed to me the day I held aloft my sword and said, "For the honor of Grayskull."
Contestant is N022, Princess Azula as Azula, Dark Elf. Our next contestant is N023, Amber Below as General Amaya. is N024, Blue-Eyed Jack, as Jack Sparrow. Our next contestant is N025, Colorado, as Goblin Slayer. Next contestant is N026, Alyssa Anderson, and Brayden as Gwen and Chef. Give it up for the newly engaged.
FanX, go.
Coming up from the ramp, N027, Rob Kilgallen as Master Chief. Next up is N028, Sarah Clark as Astrid. Next up is N029, Justine Ghosty as Senua. Ashley Ivany as Belle. Next up is N031, Belinda Hathaway as Snow White and the Wicked Queen. Next up is N033, Connor Healy as Rainbow Quartz 2.0. Contestant in the Novice category, N034, Matt and Tia Raines as Mad Mardigan and Sorsha.
I'm still going, wait, was that just part of the choreography? Like, explain it to us. Is it real?
That was real.
So, on the biggest stage at FanX, where people like Stan Lee have been at, how did you come up with the idea of popping the question?
Well, she's known it's been coming for a while, and I needed to find a way to surprise her.
Now, are you surprised?
Yes.
So remember, their registry on Amazon, their wish list is any vendors here that want to go ahead and donate. Make sure Alyssa and Brayden, guys, go ahead and congratulate them, please. Thank you guys so much. That was amazing. Ty, who do we have up?
First up in our intermediate category is I-001, Kai Bowen as Anastasia.
upon a December.
Our next contestant is I-003, Melanie Bateman, Thunder Jolt Cosplay, the Blue Spirit. Model is Leslie Bredhauer. Is I-005, Brooke Young as Daenerys Targaryen. Is I-007, Takima Cosplay as Aloy. Contestant is I-009, Mandy Quist as Queen Amidala. Is I-010, Skylord Cosplay, the Shredder. next contestant is I-012, Cassandra Poland as Hermione.
She looks beautiful.
Yeah, she does. Our next contestant is I-014, Maxwell Winters as the Green Goblin. Our next contestant is I-015, Kim Herget, Blood Rose Datura from World of Warcraft. Our next contestant is I-016, Will Strange as Doctor Strange.
Yeah, right, picture that with a Kodak. Or better yet, go to Times Square, take a picture of me with a Kodak. Took my life from negative to positive, I just want you to know that. And tonight, let's enjoy life. Pitbull, Naya, Neo, that's right.
And our last contestant in the intermediate is I-017, Corbin and Dusty Anderson as Star-Lord and Yandu Udanta.
contest time. Take it away.
First up in our group category is G001, Fire Emblem Echoes. Next in our group category is Monty Python and the Holy Grail. In our group category is G004, Hipper and Connie Cosplay as Resident Evil, The Alices. And the last in our group category are the Predators. G005, the Predators.
Remember that time they helped out the Predators? We got this. Yeah, we got this. It's okay, we got earbuds. I like it. Cool. It's got some Apple. So you're just like Predatoring and you're jamming out to Apple earbuds. I love it. It's awesome. Guys, did you enjoy your group cosplay? Yeah? that Masters category. It is so tricky. They need to have at least competed in a certain number of competitions. Not only that, their skill level needs to be one of the highest. Okay, so they're gonna need all the energy that you can get. I'm gonna go ahead and try to hype you guys up with a little something. I don't cosplay, but I got something in my bag of tricks. I'm gonna do this. Give it up for your master category of your FanX 19 cosplay contest, everybody. Make some noise!
First up in our Masters category is M001. Velma Ripstein as Hunter Pocahontas. Our next master is M002, Sunchild Cosplay, Shiny Alolan Ninetales. Our next contestant is M005, Madame Moody Costume Designs, Original Fantasy Fairy Aurora of Fairyland. And our last contestant in the master category is M007, Rebel Girls Cosplay, 18th Century Rococo Cinderella.
Easily turn to horses.
Wonderful. You've seen your novices, your intermediate, and your masters. Judges are going ahead and deliberating right now. We're going to pull out some cosplayers. But for right now, while we're doing all that, for just a couple minutes, please go ahead and give a nice round of applause for your Cosplay Hall of Famers again. One more time. Come on. I'm going to go ahead and let them take it away. Talk about cosplay and the awesome work that they go ahead and do for the community. The floor is yours. Go for it.
Thank you, Ro. Again, we are honored to be here and to be able to talk a little bit about our organizations and our experiences. My name is Eric Allen Hall. I am part, thank you. I am part of the superhero charity costuming group Heroic, which has been around for about 7 years. Thank you. And we are an organization that works with other charities in order to promote events and to provide characters free of charge for groups like the Muscular Dystrophy Association, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Toys for Tots, the Ronald McDonald House, and other community charities, schools, things of that nature. Thank you. And we just wanted to talk a little bit about our organizations, about ourselves. I have been cosplaying for a long time, since really about 2001. I really got into cosplay. I currently have about 170 different cosplays. I bought some of those storage containers from IKEA to keep some of my cosplays in the laundry room and kind of keep them organized. And one of the things I love most about cosplay is being able to go out and help give back to the community. One of the events that there was a weekend of events that I was involved in. There was a Friday evening event that was part of a women's night out. I was dressed as the Joker for that. We had a Wonder Woman there as well. And it was a sponsorship for Operation Underground Railroad, who had a booth here today. And at the conclusion of that event, I'm a father myself. I felt blessed that my kids are safe from that type of exploitation, and I was happy to be able to give back to the community. The next day, there was an activity, an event for a little boy who was born with a maldeformed digestive tract. He couldn't eat solid food. He was about 4 years old at the time, but he looked like he was about 2 years old because all he could take sustenance from was an IV. He required surgery back east, which is very expensive, and to fly his family back out, so there was a fundraising drive for him. His mother brought him out, held him in her arms. She let me hold him for a moment, and if you have seen pictures of what concentration camp survivors look like, that's what this little boy looked like. There were a number of food trucks there, raising funds for this family, and people enjoying food. I would notice that the mother, as she would hold him in her arms, she would turn him away from people eating food, not out of cruelty or spite, but because she didn't want him to try to reach out and have some food that his body just couldn't handle. Again, I thought of my own kids and the blessing that they are able to eat whatever they want. Later that afternoon, there was another event for children affected by pediatric cancer. And it was kind of a carnival event. We were there to help entertain the families and to pose for pictures with kids. As I left that, I again felt grateful that my kids have been unaffected by cancer. Being part of the Cosplay Hall of Fame, being involved with an organization like Heroic, has been such a blessing for my life to look at what is really important in life and to be able to give back to the community in some small way to make the world a better place. And I'm grateful to be here in front of you to be able to share this.
My name is Robbie Danewood. I am the third inductee of the Cosplay Hall of Fame. I'm probably most well known for my Anakin Skywalker cosplay from Revenge of the Sith. If you've ever seen one walking around with a pregnant Padme, that's me and my wife. I do charity work with the Rebel Legion and the 501st, which are both Star Wars costuming groups. I've been cosplaying since I was probably about 3 years old, even though I didn't realize I was cosplaying at the time. And it just started out as a Peter Pan costume that I wore day in, day out until it was threads that I didn't and couldn't wear it any longer. And I've been so enthralled with wearing costumes and dressing up and being the characters ever since then. And it's just grown into a passion and a chance for me to give back to the community. I would say that my Anakin probably is my favorite costume, although I do like to branch out and do some other things. Like Liger and Heroic, we do a lot of charity work to give back to the community. We had one particular event that really touched me. We actually did a visit to the Ronald McDonald House downtown, and we actually spent an evening with the families of those that were being helped by the Ronald McDonald House, and we got to interact with them, play some games with them, and by the end of the day I had kids that were convinced that I was in fact actually Anakin Skywalker, and they were telling me that I needed to take them with them to go to Coruscant and become a Jedi in the Jedi Temple. And I said, unfortunately, I can't do that. I only have a one-person fighter. And they kept saying, well, maybe you should make a two-person fighter so you can take me with you. But it was such a fantastic event to be able to see them and to just brighten their days for an evening and just be able to take them away from the hardships and struggles that they were facing at the time, and just be able to let them have some fun, interact with some characters that they've loved and they've seen in the films and enjoyed so much. And it's just such a rewarding feeling to be able to give back to the community in that way.
Hi guys, thanks for coming out. I'm Travis Heisel. I'm the fourth inductee into the Hall of Fame. I'm with the charity group, the Legacy Initiative. As a group, we were most known for our homeless outreach program for a long time until recent changes happened with the way that homelessness is handled around here. As a cosplayer, I've been cosplaying. Sorry, I put this to my mouth. As a cosplayer, I'm like Robbie. I've been cosplaying my whole life, really, without really knowing it. I'm the kid that was like planning my Halloween costume 6 months in advance, and would be like rummaging around looking for the little materials and things that I could assemble to put it together. So the most touching experience as a cosplayer would relate back to our work with homelessness. It was the second show here with FanX, and we had a booth, and we were in the booth, a couple of volunteers and I, and this young lady comes walking in, and she just starts just crying, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, guys, like, it's you guys." I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "You guys gave me socks when I didn't have anything else. Like, you guys came out and you gave me food, you brought me a burrito," and like, just the demonstration of the attention and the care that you showed me made all the difference. And we're just standing in this booth just bawling. I'm like, black makeup running out from under my mask. And you know, it's still, every time I walk in this hall, like, that moment still rings true. You have those moments where all of the work you do, you have that little moment where it shows you that it means something to the people that you serve.
Any last words, go for it. If not, thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys.
Just one last thing. I know that a lot of people have heard about the cosplay contest, but it isn't actually a community voted and nominated program. So if you have a cosplayer that you know that you think deserves this recognition and deserves to be inducted, in September we will be inducting another person into the Cosplay Hall of Fame. Watch the FanX page for updates about that. And if you have someone that you think deserves this recognition, be sure to nominate them because it's all community nominations. We don't have any part in it. It's just all up to you guys. So make sure that if you have someone that needs to, that you feel deserves this, recognize them, nominate them.
Cool, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it, guys. You're Cosplay Hall of Famers. Excellent. We got to say a quick thank you to some of the most important people here because, hey, they are judging this contest. One more time, can we please bring out Lady Gail Dowdle? Can we please bring out Sammy Bartko and Jeremy Lynn Bird? One more time, give it up for your cosplay judges, everybody. Judging is so tricky. I don't know if you guys have ever done it, but can you guys just go ahead and tell us, like, maybe something you guys noticed during today's contest, during like the in-person judging, online submissions? What stood out to you guys?
Well, I did notice how delicious and wonderful every detail was so focused and everyone was so specific on the things that they wanted to show and tell. It was incredible, just absolutely delectable.
So I just want to say, everybody that competed did an amazing job. I was super impressed. Like, the talent out there is like, wow. And I just love like all the details and just all the beauty and the sparkle and everything everybody did was absolutely wonderful.
I assure you, darlings, it was a stiff competition, but I still am at the top. It was wonderful and we really enjoyed it, and we really saw a lot of amazing, innovative, and just a lot of initiative and ingenuity that these young people have put together, and I just love to see the new beginners start out and just watch them grow. It's wonderful. We're so happy to be here. Thank you for having us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, one more time, give it up for your FanX 19 Cosplay Contest judges. Best fans ever. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Excellent. Okay, we have one more thing left. Who wants to know the winners of the cosplay contest? Excellent. Without further ado, Ty, can you please tell me in order, 3, 2, 1, Novice, who's third place?
In third place, N027, Rob Kilgallen as Master Chief.
Give it up, give it up, give it up.
In second place, for Novice, is Ashley Gephardt, Elphaba Throp, the Wicked Witch of the West.
Second place.
And first place in the Novice category is Blue-Eyed Jack Sparrow.
First place Novice, Jack Sparrow. Right to your left, Jack Sparrow. One more time. Third, second, and first place for the Novice category. Thank you so much for your time and talent. Thank you guys. Woo! Good job, good job. And I didn't have to clean up after a predator this time. It's tricky, it's tricky. Mr. Ty, are we ready with our intermediate?
We are ready for the intermediates. In our third place, for the intermediate category, I-009, Mandy Quist as Queen Amidala.
Woo! Give it up for the Queen!
In second place, I-007, Takamina Cosplay as Aloy.
Second place.
In first place, I-001, Kai Mullen as Anastasia.
Give it up for Anastasia, ladies and gentlemen! Your FanX 19 Cosplay Contest Intermediate, third, second, and first place. One more time, please. Big round of applause for their time, their talent, their passion. You're all incredible, FanX. Thanks to you and some of the best fans in the world. Thank you guys so much. Yep. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ty, What category do we have next, Ty?
We have groups up next.
Groups up next, can you give it to me?
And our third place for the group category is G005, the Predators.
Give it up for the Predators!
Second place in the group category, G004, Alice, Resident Evil versus the Alices.
Resident Evil in the house!
And our first place winners in the group category is G001, Fire Emblem Echo.
Thank you so much. FanX thanks you and some of the best fans in the world. Thank you. Every year, the contestants just keep raising the bar. It gets trickier and trickier and just so much more amazing. You guys really impressed the cosplay contest team that's here and it's embarking on this journey, right? We want to go ahead and take this moment before we get to our next winners. We want to thank everybody in attendance. Hey, please go ahead and big round of applause for the volunteers that are in this room each and every day helping everybody out. Included in that, of course, we have our AV team, our audio and visual team. They're working constantly from the morning to the evening. Please give them a big round of applause for putting up with us. And last but not least, if I'm leaving anybody else out, social media, I love you. Media team, I love you. Hey, the cosplay contest team, without them, none of this would work. Please give it up for your cosplay contest production staff. Thank you. Awesome. They need some love too. There's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. Ty, who do we have next?
Next is our Masters.
In the Masters category, who's third place?
Third place in the Master category is M005. Original Fantasy Fairy, Aurora of the Fairyland.
Please give it up for Missy Moody, everybody!
And our second
congratulations
place in the Master category, Sunchild Cosplay, M002. My bad, sorry. I read that wrong. And our second place, M001, Hunter Pocahontas.
Woo! Give it up, give it up, give it up! Second place! So awesome and amazing. Nice. Thank you. Now, let's go ahead and hear. Tom, who do we have? First place Masters.
First place winner of the Master category is M002. Sunchild Cosplay, Shiny.
We got one more after this, everybody. We got one more after this. Please show them some love. Masters, third, second, and first place. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. We got one more. You see, we have novice, intermediate, groups, and masters. It's based on a scoring system. That means we have a best in show. Ty, who scored the highest points off the online submissions, the in-person judging, and the stage competition in Utah's largest cosplay stage. Who is it?
Our best in show is M007, 18th century Rococo Cinderella.
Give it up. passion. Guys, best in show, FanX 19! Thank you so much, everybody. Best fans in the world, no doubt. Thank you, love you, appreciate you. Drive home safe and make sure you tip your volunteer. And on behalf of FanX and everybody else that's associated with the AV family, media team family, social media team family, thank you.